You don't have to dwell on all the negative thoughts telling you that it's not going to work out. You're not going to get well. Not going to see your family restored. Those thoughts will be loud. The enemy can be compelling, persuasive, intimidating. Don't pay it any attention. He wouldn't be roaring if victory wasn't in your future. How you handle the roar determines whether or not you can be devoured. Don't let the negative thoughts play. The threats, the fear, the intimidation. Start ignoring the roar. Keep your mind positive, hopeful, faith-filled. And what's playing so loud in your mind? Telling you that the sickness is permanent, the depression will hinder you your whole life, your business will never go to a new level. That roar is to try to convince you to give up on what God promised. The reason it's loud, the reason it's consistent is because the enemy knows he's on your territory. He's threatening you, hoping you'll shrink back, believe the lies, and settle for mediocrity. Why don't you start ignoring the roars and go after what God put in your heart? See, the enemy is a bully. Bullies are loud. Bullies are intimidating. Bullies will try to threaten you, to control you, keep you down. Have a new perspective. The roar is a sign that you're moving toward what God promised. You wouldn't hear the roar if you weren't about to go where you've never been. See favor, influence like you've never seen. The enemy started roaring, trying to keep me from stepping into my purpose. And those thoughts were loud, intimidating, compelling. In one sense, everything they were saying was true. But God will put things in your spirit that don't make sense to your mind. You don't have to figure it all out. All you have to do is believe. Get in agreement with God and not the fear and doubt. The enemy didn't want me to go further. He didn't want to give up that ground. That's why he roared so loud. In the same way, he's sitting on your promised land. Don't be surprised if you hear all kinds of doubt, fear. You can't do it. You're not that talented. You've had that problem too long. God won't let you get in a problem that He can't get you out of. He won't give you a dream that you can't accomplish. Tune out all the negative, the threats, the doubt, the fear, intimidation. That's to be expected. That's the roaring lion doing what he does to try to stop you. Now do your part, ignore the roar. Hezekiah went and found the prophet Isaiah, and they started praying. When you feel bombarded by doubt, fear, opposition, find someone full of faith that will stand in agreement with you. The scripture says one can chase 1,000, but two can put 10,000 to flight. In these times when the lion is roaring, you don't need people that will agree with the lion. The roar still comes, but I've trained myself to not pay any attention to it. My attitude is someone saying something? Do I hear some noise? You can get to the point where you don't give it the time of day. They will come. Threats of intimidation, thoughts of fear. You're not going to get well. You'll never get out of debt. What if your child gets off course? Roars of doubt, roars of worry. But if you'll just keep ignoring them, not giving them credibility, keeping your mind on the promises, positive, hopeful, knowing that God's in control, knowing that He's ordering your steps, you're going to get to the point where you don't notice it anymore. Yes, it's still there, but it's not a big deal. Those thoughts come, but it doesn't affect you. Now, sometimes the roar is subtle. It's not loud and strong. It's just a whisper of doubt.